In this video, I'm gonna go over 6 steps to increase my productivity every single week. And this is extremely effective. You're gonna find that there are some weeks where you feel like you don't know what to do, or everything is taking so long, or you don't know what to prioritize, or you feel extremely busy that you don't get anything accomplished. Watch this video. Number one thing that I do is to set your weekly targets. And you do this either on a Sunday or Monday first thing in the morning. But it's extremely important that you set the targets for the week, because those targets are the priorities for the rest of your week. And what happens is that if you don't set priorities, you're gonna get busy with life, busy with requests, busy with people calling you and asking you for favors, because you are solving everyone else's problems, because you don't know what are the problems that matter to you and the problems that you should be solving. So right at the beginning of the week or before the week starts, you say, okay, so what are my priorities for this week? What are those things that I need to accomplish so that when I do that, I'm gonna get ahead and I'm gonna be closer to where I want to be 5 years from today, or 15 years from today, or hell, 30 years from today. Just think big. Where do you wanna be? And make sure that those weekly targets are in alignment with that big goal that you have. Step number 2 is one of the simplest things you can do, and you can start implementing that right now, which is to use a calendar. And I mean an electronic calendar that's available in your phone right here. So you set the calendar and you check that every day, multiple times a day, and you have alarms that are set with that calendar so that you know what comes next. And use it not only for this week, but use it for months in advance. Like, make sure you put everything in that calendar and commit to it. Number 3, be protective of that calendar. And I don't mean like, don't allow for meetings to come in, or try to leave white space because you don't want anyone else to like look at your calendar or whatever, or don't share your calendar. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is like, take care of that calendar, because the more you take care of that calendar, then the more importance you're gonna give it and the more you're going to use it. Like, your calendar is extremely important because in there is the most valuable resource that you have, which is time. So if you're not protective of your calendar, of what goes in there, how is the time distributed, and you allow anyone to come in and start putting meetings in that are not in alignment with the weekly priorities that you set at the beginning of the week, then what is the purpose of having a calendar if it's not for you but for others to put their meetings in and you have no control of it? Number 4 is to confirm the meetings 24 hours ahead of the meeting happening. Things happen, people get busy, schedules get moved around. So have something that can be either automatic, that sends a reminder asking for someone to take action to confirm. Not just a reminder saying, hey, there's a 24-hour reminder that you're meeting with Omar tomorrow at 6 p.m. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is some acknowledgement that requires the other person to take action and confirm that they will be attending the meeting, and therefore you are not wasting any time and you didn't block a half hour of your day for someone that ended up canceling last minute. So make sure the meetings are confirmed. You can do this yourself. You can send a text message. You can have someone help you to confirm these meetings, but make sure that you get an acknowledgement from the other party that says, yes, I will be there. And the chances are that they will show up to that meeting, or at least it's very unlikely that they will cancel. They can cancel. They cancel a meeting on me today, the same day, 1 hour and a half before the meeting happened. It's going to happen, but at least the chances of that happening is smaller. Number 5 is to put in that calendar as much as you possibly can, because that way you're gonna be tracking your time for real. Like, I don't mean just putting there business meetings or important events, but putting there every single meeting that you have. Put in there your workouts, put in there your study time, your downtime, put in there your reading time, when you're meeting your family, if you're going on a date with your wife, put that in there. Put everything in your calendar, because that way you can keep track of how much time is available to you in the event that you need to add some new priorities. And when you're setting your weekly priorities, you really know how much time is available to you. It's gonna provide you with an inventory. It's gonna be a realization you're going to have. All of a sudden, you're building up your calendar and you're gonna see, like, oh, I put everything that I needed to do right here, and I still got like empty blocks in my calendar. Like, what is it that I'm doing with my time? Maybe you've been wasting time like checking social media, or just spending too much time by the coffee machine, or making some calls that are irrelevant and are not taking you closer to your big goals because they were not part of your weekly targets in the first place. And last one, number 6, is to commit to your calendar and what you put in there. Don't be canceling things, moving things around, because then your calendar is gonna become irrelevant. At the beginning, for the first week, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, that you may be very tempted to move things around and say, maybe I just don't do this, or maybe I just don't follow that, but I do this other thing. Just commit to do it what is in your calendar, because you're dealing with your most valuable resource. Just do what you say you're gonna do, attend those meetings, be responsible, commit to doing all these things, and what's gonna end up happening is that you will start creating time. As you get used to this habit of using your calendar, setting up your priorities, confirming the meetings, being protective of your calendar, the way it looks and what goes in there, and then you commit to actually do the things that are in your calendar, you will inevitably increase your productivity, because you will just be more responsible for your own time. So do this. Now, I walk you through steps on how to increase your own productivity so that you can get more done with the time that you have. I've also developed a video on how to increase the productivity of your team by 100x guarantee. Go watch it now.